Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about types of soul mission and how to actually step into your soul mission. So I'm so super excited about this because this is exactly what I do. Hi, my name is Tiffany from Seventh Harmony Place. I am also the founder and leader of Harmony Leadership Academy. So I'm so super excited about this lesson because this is what I love to do. I really love to help people to identify their soul mission and to get in their soul's journey and purpose. But before we start, I'm going to erase the board behind me because, oops, I'm going to erase the board behind me because that was our yesterday's class. We learned about the Akashic records yesterday. So I'm going to just take this off so it's not a distraction. My apologies. I looked at it before I started. I should have took it off before I had even started. So my apologies. Okay, there we go. That's better. I have a Virgo rising, so I have a little bit of OCD. Okay, so we are going to open up with grounding. Welcome, my beautiful divine ones. Today we're going to be unlocking mysteries of your soul mission, why you came here, what you're built for, and how to actually walk in alignment with heaven's assignment on your life. Take a deep breath. Exhale. You are greatly remember who you are and what you're here for. I want you to place your right hand over your heart, and I want you to say out loud, I am willing to remember who I am and why I'm here. I am willing to remember who I am and why I'm here. Okay? So, this is also going to bother me as well too. Okay. So we're going to get started. So I'm super excited about this video. So we're going to be talking about a lot of different types of healer, different missions and stuff here. That's what we're going to be talking about. So those of you don't understand, you don't find your purpose, you remember your purpose. You remember your purpose through every courage act, every yes, every time you say yes, it brings you closer to your truth and who you really are. So every time you say yes, every time you sign up for something, even if it's just learning something or wanting to change, or you say, you know what, I'm going to pick up a new book, I'm going to read a new book, I'm going to do something and learn something different, that pushes you closer and closer to your soul mission and your soul calling. Okay? So today we're going to talk about a couple of different missions. The first mission that some of you all know and already know is called the healer's mission. The healer's mission is the restorer of wholeness. The sole purpose of this person, the sole purpose of this is to restore balance, your life force, emotional peace, and healing the collective through compassion and presence. And so those are usually your people who you're going to see like in the spiritual community. They may have certain things that they do in the spiritual community. This is who this category is. I think we have 4 or 5 categories, okay? These are some common spiritual gifts that healers actually use. One, they use their empathy and their clairsentience. They feel other people's energy really well. And the reason is because they came here to actually use that gift to help heal other people. They are also energy healing. They do Reiki, you know, anybody that does Reiki, light work, or hands-on healing as well too. Okay? They are also intuitive counseling and emotional transmutation. The healer's mission here, you have to learn the master of transmutating energy and emotions, okay? They are also good channelers of divine peace and frequency medicine. So here are some careers for my healer people, okay? My people who are here to be on healer mission. One, you can be a holistic healer or Reiki practitioner. So you would use energy work to restore the chakras and balance emotional field. 2, you are either a therapist or a life coach, okay, or some type of counselor, right? You're helping people to transmute or transform their emotional wounds into actual wisdom. Like basically, like what did you learn out of this? What did you gain out of this lesson? What did you gain in this soul situation? The next one is massage therapists and body workers. The massage therapists, and massage therapists, they always get like underrated. They always, people always overlook the massage therapists. But massage therapists and body workers, they release trauma that's stored in the body. They release stored trauma that is in the body. So massage therapists always get overlooked. I had my very first massage a few weeks ago. I think it was like around my birthday. I had my very first massage. The next thing is in the healer mission is herbalists. How many people are into herbs, or about herbs, or you use herbs on a regular basis? Herbalists and nutritionists, brand owners. These people are here for a mission to heal through food, herbs, and nature. Another one is sound healer, musician, and a frequency alchemist. They use tones, tuning forks, or voice to recalibrate energy. And the last one, which is myself, and sometimes you could be multiple ones, is a spiritual practitioner. The spiritual practitioner can do chakra cleanses, Akashic record work, and past life healing. Okay, so some of the businesses that they will go into, like Sacred Bloom Healing Studio, where they're offering body and restoration work. Or you can do Heart Alchemy Academy, where you're teaching people emotional intelligence and self-healing. Okay, the mission here for my healers is to remember your energy is medicine. So you have to protect your energy. Usually healers always go through a lot of psychic attacks, a lot of warfare, because they have to master protecting their energy. Okay, and so they have to learn how to protect their energy, refine their energy, and understand strong spiritual boundaries. Okay, sound healers, musicians, and frequency alchemists, they use tunes and tuning forks and voices to actually push out push out any energy that doesn't belong to them anyway. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so today we're talking about, if you just joined, we're talking about 5 types of soul missions and how to actually step into your soul mission. Okay, so at the end of the video, I'm going to give you how to step into it. Number 2, the second type of soul mission is going to be teachers. Teacher mission. And so these are your light wisdom keepers. Their purpose here is to awaken, educate, and illuminate divine sacred knowledge. They're also turning information into transformation. So some of their common spiritual gifts is, 1, they're claircognites, meaning they have a divine inner knowing. They just know. They didn't get it out of a book. They didn't read it anywhere. They just know like they know. Okay, so that would be claircognites. The next one is going to be teaching and public speaking. Teaching and public speaking. Public speaking and teaching is also a gift as well too. The next one is writing, storytelling, and content creator. Content creation. That is also a mission as well too. Okay. The next one is system building and curriculum design. And the next one is prophetic revelation and divine downloads. So teachers, even though their mission here is to teach divine wisdom and knowledge, they also get downloads as well too, or they get prophetic revelation, because they have to get the downloads from God in order to what to teach, what to tell, all of that good stuff. Okay, so the teacher mission is really nice. Okay, and so like I said, you can have multiple ones. You don't have to just have one. So some of the careers in business and teacher mission is going to be, 1, you're going to be an educator or professor, a course creator, and this is sharing knowledge that uplift people. The next one is a spiritual teacher, a minister, or a Bible instructor, and this is teaching sacred law and wisdom. The next one is an author, a blogger, or a podcaster. This is translating divine revelation into accessible content, okay? A lot of people don't know how to translate certain texts or certain wordings, so you may be here to actually break the wording down, okay? The next one is life coach, mentor, consultant, and that's guiding others to self-awareness and mastery. And then you got a corporate trainer, those people who go speak at corporate businesses, corporate trainer and workshop facilitator. They're bringing spiritual principles into leaderships and businesses. And that's really cool because one of my favorite corporate trainers is Eric Thomas. I really like him. He's like a motivational speaker, but he speaks in the corporate world as well too. So I really like him. If you guys ever want to check him out, his name is Eric Thomas, okay? So some of the business examples for my teachers would be the Wisdom Academy, online courses on divine intelligence, Light Stride Publishing, where you build books that awaken remembrance. Maybe you're meant here to publish books, okay? And your mission reminder is you are the voice of higher truth, so you need to speak it even when no one claps yet. Heaven already approved the message already, okay? Oh, he did? Yeah, I like him. Hi, I love Eric Thomas. Yeah, I like his videos. I listened to him and I listened to R.C. Blakes. R.C. Blakes is another amazing, he's a preacher, a minister. I don't know if he's a reverend, minister, preacher, whichever one. I don't think he fully practiced like that anymore, but I don't know if he has a church or not. But he's really amazing. He has this whole series called Queenology. So those are the two people that I like to listen to. And I love Sarah Jakes as well. So those are three. Okay. And so number 3, the next one is going to be my leaders and architects. Okay. Leaders and architect mission. Now this is top tier, top level, okay? You are the builder of the system, which is the matrix system. You are the builder of that. You came here to rebuild and restructure the actual system that we live in. So your sole purpose is to establish new structures that align with divine order, creating sustainable, soul-led frameworks in the actual world. Okay, so you're here to create, okay, order and things of that sort. So some of the common spiritual gifts for my leaders and architects is 1, you have strategic vision and discernment. 2, leadership and influence. 3, you have authority and divine governance codes. 4, you know how to channel blueprints, structures, and divine law. And number 5, you know how to bring clarity when there's chaos. I wish some of you guys really step up. I'm really looking forward to these type of people to step up because the world is at an all-time high with the chaos and we definitely need clarity. We need order at this time, okay? So some of the businesses for my leaders and architects is 1, of course, your own business. You are going to be a CEO or you're meant to come here to be a CEO, an entrepreneur, a business founder. You are here to build brands that serve humanity, okay? The next one is nonprofit directors or community organizations. And so you are here to create solutions for justice and impact. Another career or business idea would be an event planner, a producer, or visionary leader. And that is that you host gatherings that raise the consciousness and awareness of the collective. Another one is going to be architect, designer, and an engineer. And so you're literally going to be building physical and digital structures, okay? Those are going to be like your computer engineers, things of that sort, okay? And the last one is spiritual school founders and academy heads. Okay, so make sure you guys check out Harmony Leadership Academy. Please join us. We are on tier 1 at this time. You can join anytime. You just have to catch up, okay? And so spiritual school founder is academy head, where you're going to be leading spiritual education and initiating people, okay? So some of the business expression examples will be, again, me, Harmony Leadership Academy, where I'm guiding leaders into their spiritual authority. 2, divine order consulting. And so this is helping companies to align with kingdom ethics. Okay? Your mission reminder is you are not here to fit into old systems. Don't you do it, okay? You're not here to fit into old programs, old paradigms, and old systems. No, you're here to create the new. Okay? You came here to replace the old system. So you are to build what heaven shows you, even if you have to start alone. And you know how scary that is, starting something alone. I was like, what am I supposed to do in academy? I'm like, huh? And I really didn't believe in myself, but I believe more than God, and I believe more than my faith. And now I started out with 18 students. I have 18 amazing students now. I want to say 19. I think somebody just joined. And so now I think I have 19 students. But I was scared. I was like, what? You want me to teach? You want me to do an academy? And I absolutely love it. I really look forward, like I'm already working on next week's class, and I'm like, I really look forward to like meeting with the, meeting and teaching. It's like I absolutely love it. It comes second nature to me. And people always told me that I was like a really great teacher, but I just never thought of me running like my own academy. So it's really great. If you are a leader or architect type, entrepreneur type, like maybe you just feel like working is not for you, then maybe you're meant to do this. And it's time for you to step into that. And I want to show you how to do that later. Okay, number four is going to be the guardians of the world, the guardians and protector missions of the world. One of my sons is actually, he carries a guardian mission code. So guardian and mission work and protecting work is what you're here to do. So you are here to protect sacred energy, enforce spiritual laws, and guard divine frequencies. You maintain the integrity of God's order. So some of the common spiritual gifts is 1, discernment of spirits. So you are able to discern certain spirits. 2, you go through prophetic warfare and you're maybe an intercessor as well too. 3, you're shielding energy fields. 4, you have spiritual law enforcement, Akashic and angelic contracts. Number 5, physical and energetic guardianship. So one of my children actually carried the guardian protector mission code. And so they have some of these common spiritual gifts on here. But yes, they're really cool. So what are some of the businesses? What are some of the businesses for my guardians and protectors? You are supposed to start a spiritual warfare coaching business. Spiritual warfare coaching business. Or you are to be a deliverance minister, where you help deliver demonic forces or energies or entities from people. You help others break curses, contracts, and attachments. Okay? The next one is going to be a police officer. A police officer, an investigator, or a security specialist. And this is where you're going to protect physical and moral order. Okay? The next one is going to be a crisis counselor, social worker, or advocate if you are a protector or guardian. And so this is defending the people who are vulnerable, who can't defend themselves, like children, teens, things of that sort, or women, or who are abused, things of that, right? And then the next one is a protection candle or a crystal line owner. Yes, so some of you are meant to start a whole brand that's all around focusing protecting your energy. Yes, that would be my protector and guardian people. And so you will create tools for safety and clearing work. The last one is going to be temple or ministry guardian. And you are a spiritual keeper, gatekeeper. So the business would be a temple or ministry guardian or spiritual gatekeeping. And so this is where you're going to maintain energetic purity for the community. Okay, so some of these examples would be Ark of Daughters Temple Protection Service. If you want to start your own sister or brotherhood group, prayers, strolls, and shield work is going to be done during the group. The next one is going to be Guardian Light Armor Company. This is metaphysical protection tools and decrees. Guardian Light Armor Company. I like that. Okay, your mission here is that you are the sword in the hand of God. Learn to discern what's yours to fight. Not every battle requires your bleed. Okay? The next one, number 5, is going to be my alchemist. My alchemist and messenger mission. You're an alchemist and you're a messenger mission here. You are the bringer of codes. Okay? So your sole purpose here is to transmute this energy into art, beauty, and divine communication. You express heaven through creativity. Okay, so some of the spiritual gifts from my alchemist and messenger people is going to be light language. Right? Okay, light language, art, music, and writing. The next one is prophecy through visuals or sound. Okay. The next one is innovation, invention, or frequency translation. Emotional and energetic transformation. Divine inspiration through creative flow. Those are some really nice spiritual gifts to have. Those are going to be your alchemists and your messengers. Okay. So some of the career and businesses for my alchemist, okay, is going to be, one, you're going to be a musician, an artist, or a designer. Okay, that is a soul mission here. The messenger, you're going to speak through your clothing brand. You're going to speak through your music. Your music is healing. Your clothing is healing. Okay, so this is where you're going to channel in divine beauty into pure form. Okay, the next one is going to be a brand creator or a content producer. This is where you're going to be infusing frequency into marketing and visual. The next one is a candle maker, perfume, or product alchemist. And you're going to do turning energy into tangible sacred tools, just like my candles. Make sure you guys check out my candle line. This one is the Cleanse and Protect candle. It has 3 different protection herbs in here. Okay. And then I have a wealth candle, love candle, all of that good stuff, right? The next one is that you're a spiritual messenger, an influencer, or a speaker. So you're sharing divine revelations through social platforms. Those are generally going to be like your tarot readers, your prophetic readers, things of that sort, okay? The next one is tech or innovation leader. You're bringing heavy systems into new age technology. And a lot of people are afraid of the new age technology. But some of you are here and meant to usher in people into the new age technology. So some of your business examples, again, would be a Codex candle line. That's what I have, a Codex candle line, where it carries divine strolls and frequencies. Your vault media, merging light codes with content creation. You are the translator of the unseen. Don't chase trends. Embody the transmission heaven gave you. Okay? How do you know your mission type? Now, you may carry 2 or more missions that evolve through your actual life phase. Maybe you started out as just a messenger, but now you're over here and you're focused in your healing work, okay? So you don't never just want to put like a cap on what you do, because through my journey in these 7-8 years, I've definitely transitioned from one thing to the next. I started out as a messenger and a reader, and now I'm working more in Akashic work. So it definitely transitions into other things, and it does change into other things. You want to really look at your gifts, your challenges, and your passion. They point you to your soul's dominant theme. So to look at your trauma, your passions, your gifts, you want to look at all of that, because that's going to push you into your actual calling. A lot of people don't know the reason that they go through things is because it pushes them into who they're meant to be, and it pushes them into their divine calling. Okay? When you're aligned, your life expands. When you're off mission, your life feels heavy. So a lot of people don't know that when your life is feeling super heavy, it's because you're off your divine soul blueprint. You're off your soul's mission. So the best thing to do is get yourself back into alignment with your soul's mission and get back on the right track. Okay? So here's an activation stroll. I now receive full remembrance of my divine mission. Every talent, trial, and timeline that aligns under heaven's order, I activate my gifts with wisdom, love, and confidence. Today I decree that my purpose is unfolding perfectly and I'm walking it with grace and peace. Okay, so what else would I was saying? Oh, so basically I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a story about the first timeline. But before we do that, let's talk about how do we walk into all of these. I may put this on my blog. Which one do you feel like you are? Do you feel like you're a teacher, a leader, a healer, a guardian, or alchemist? So one of the things that healers usually go through, they go through their shadow. You want to pay attention to the shadow side, right? Because the shadow you can burn out and self-sacrifice if you're a healer. If you're a teacher, the perfectionism or the fear of being misunderstood. A lot of teachers have a big problem with people understanding them. Like they're afraid that people ain't going to understand them. I'm telling you, you will find the people that's going to understand you. The shadow side for the leader and architect is control and isolation. The shadow for the guardian is going to be the savior complex and hypervigilante. Like you want to always save everybody. And then for number 5, the shadow aspect is chaos or resistance to structure. So how do you identify your actual soul mission and how do you step into it? And then I'm going to give you guys a timeline. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a timeline, the era of harmonic earth. This is where we're actually going into this actual timeline. So here's some things to identify your soul mission. The first one is, what has always come naturally to me even without trying? What always comes naturally to you even without you trying? Is it cooking? Is it talking? Is it drawing? Is it writing? What comes to you naturally? And you don't even have to like educate yourself on it. You don't have to get no education videos or anything. It just comes to you naturally. And tarot at one point was that. You know, I didn't have to go through any training or anything. I just naturally knew how to read it. But it was something, I feel like for me, tarot was like a karmic cycle that I had to eventually close out as well too. So, yeah. So, and then the next one, number 2 is, what triggers or breaks my heart, yet motivates me to take action? What triggers or breaks my heart, but it motivates me to actually take action? That's another way how you're going to be able to tell your soul's calling as well too. The next one is, what type of people are drawn to me for help or guidance? Do people come to you for healing, like herbal healing? Do people come to you because they like your music? Do people come to you because your voice is super soothing? That's another thing as well too, right? What are they drawn to? Is it because of your guidance? Okay. The next one is, what consistent pattern shows up in my challenges or blessings? What consistent pattern shows up in challenges or in blessings? And that's another way how you're going to identify. Challenges always show you what your soul mission and soul purpose, and blessings does as well too. Okay, so pay attention to that. Your pain reveals your assignment. Your gifts reveal your tools. Your pain reveals your assignment, and your gifts reveal what tools you have to combat that pain. Now, let's talk about how we step into our actual mission and calling, and then I'm going to give you guys a quick timeline read here. Okay, so how do we step into our mission? The first one is acceptance. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. God doesn't need your perfection. He needs your obedience. God doesn't need your perfection. He needs your obedience. Just say yes. Say, God, I accept my mission. I accept my assignment. I accept my calling. Say yes to the dress. You guys ever seen that? Yes to the dress? Okay. The second one is alignment. Alignment. Adjust your habits, your relationships, and your environment to match your mission frequency. And this was also another one that was a little tough for me as well too. It's like my environment. Like I literally had to move from Philadelphia to Texas to change my environment. And then I had to also work on habits and things that I did in relationships. So that's also really important as well too. The third thing is activation. Daily declare. So this is what you're going to daily declare over your soul mission. I am fully walking in my divine purpose. I am fully walking in my divine purpose. I serve with joy, love, and wisdom. I serve with joy, love, and wisdom. Okay? And the fourth one is accountability. Join communities that mirror your next level, like my academy, or find a sisterhood or brotherhood group. You want to join some type of group that's going to hold you accountable. Okay? And the last one is action. Action. Your mission matures through movement, not waiting. Okay, your mission moves through movement, not sitting around and waiting. Okay, so it's time for you to teach, it's time for you to write, it's time for you to speak, it's time for you to build. Okay, it's time for you to get moving. How many of y'all are actually moving in your soul's mission? Or you feel like, Tiffany, I'm still trying to figure it out, I'm not really sure where I actually want to go in my soul's mission yet. Okay, so make sure that you are moving and shaking. All right, so here's a closing activation, and I'm going to read you guys a timeline, a closing prayer and scroll. I now call forth my divine blueprint. Every false identity falls away. I activate my true soul mission in perfect alignment with God's will. May my gifts multiply, may my heart remain pure, and may my path be divinely ordered. Amen, and so it is. I am going to put that on my community board for you guys to rewatch that. And now let's read I'm going to read you guys a quick harmonic timeline era. This is the timeline that we're actually going into, okay? This is from 144,000 years cycle, okay? This was a time after the fall of Atlantis, but it was before the fragmentation of the Lemurian memory. So this is when a time where the earth was ready to like kind of split into two during this time, during the Atlantis time. It was the fall, okay? Kind of sort of like what we're going through now. So a restored earth frequency known as the harmonic timeline. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of the harmonic timeline, but that's what we're going to talk about. It's kind of what we're going through right now, okay? It was the very first epoch where humanity fully embodied their divine gifts. Their divine gifts without fear, separation, and ego distortion. So we're kind of going into that now. We are kind of going into the harmonic era now, where our gifts won't be distorted. We won't feel bad for using our gifts. There will be no fear around our gifts. Okay? The Akashic field records this as a great symphony of souls. This is where we're all moving to. We're moving to this great era. Okay? So the story begins the awakening of the harmonic. The world pulsed in crystalline grids. Okay, the world pulsed in crystalline grids of light. Each being carried the inner tone. Their soul's frequency and all the tones together created a earth's living music. So imagine coming together with other divine beings and you guys are all speaking your tone and saying your tone. That really moves. You ever seen like anybody on live? Like usually I see sometimes on TikTok where there's like 2 or 3 people in there and they're all doing their light language and they're all shifting timelines and shifting energy. That's what this is. That's what we're moving into. Okay? And so the air shimmered with sound geometry. Okay? Colors sang. Light had texture and energy responded instantly to pure thought. Imagine our mind, our body, our frequency, and our energy being so pure that anything that we think about, it just manifests like that. I don't know about you, but the manifestation power and frequency that I've been tapping into has been off the chart. So please make sure that you are closing out old contracts, old womb habits, getting rid of all of that gunk that's been holding and chaining your soul down, and that you are stepping into this free joy frequency of evolution. Okay? So every city was built as a frequency hub. It was shaped like sacred geometry, the flower of life domes, they resonant waterways, and temple tones. Okay, so each of these five soul missions, they all had a purpose here. Each five of them, and so the healers, they worked in the temples of waters, and they was tending to the crystalline rivers and the ley lines. Okay, they didn't diagnose, they harmonized. With their palms, they tuned the human field back to source frequency. Okay, these people here, they were your energy healers, your herbalists, water keepers, nurses. They were in charge of the temple waters, okay, during this time. The teachers, they gathered in the library of echoes. They were multi-dimensional archives that stored knowledge and living light. So can you imagine being a teacher, a record keeper, or a codex scriber in a previous lifetime? You were in charge of like scrolls, libraries, keeping records of everything. They taught divine law, cosmic science, and star lineage history. Their speech activated DNA. Words were scrolls, and scrolls were living beings. Okay? These were your educators, your channelers, your writers, your teachers. The next one, right, was the leaders and the architects. They built cities that were aligned with star constellations and Earth magnetic lattice. Each building resonated to a tone that matched the purpose. So there was governance, rest, and creation and worship. They directed society through sacred counsel and never through force. Okay? So these were your builders, your visionaries, your politics, and your CEOs. Then next was the guardians. The guardians also lived in this harmonic era as well too. They had visuals of energetic gateways. They ensured that only aligned frequencies entered in certain portals. They clad in light armor, and they weld vibrational shields and shield risk before they can spread imbalance. So imagine being born in this time or living in this timeline, and you was a guardian or protector. You basically stop interferences and energies from coming in before they would get in, like so they wouldn't infiltrate the communities and stuff. Really nice, so they wouldn't spread their imbalance, if I guess you could kind of say. They also maintained the flame temples that guarded the planetary heart grid as well too. So these were your spiritual warriors, your intercessors, your counselors, and security forces. And the last one was the alchemists and the messengers. And so they were the ones who turned divine essence into sound, color, fragrances, and motions. They made the oils and stuff. Their art encoded healing. A melody could restore sight. A painting could shift timelines. They often travel between realms, receiving downloads from Sirius, Arcturus, and beyond. So these, the alchemists and the messengers were the ones that would connect into the spiritual realm, and then they also would create certain things that they would make. They were the artists of divine expressions. So they were your light language channelers, your musicians, your designers, your influencers. Okay? The daily rhythm of the harmonic order, harmonic earth. The daily rhythm of the harmonic earth. So the morning began with the Song of Unity, a global toning ritual that aligned every being's frequency to Gaia's heart. Imagine everyone being connected to the heart grid of Gaia, the earth. Communities exchanged energy, not money. Provision was drawn through intention, love, and mutual service. Children were educated through vibration, games, and mentorship, discovering their gifts way more earlier than 40 or 30. Because it seems like most people don't get like into their spiritual gifts until they're older. Well, during this era that we're going into, this is the era that we're going into, their children are going to be able to understand their gifts at a very younger age. Okay? Love was not transactional, it was covenantal. Okay? Covenantal. It was covenant. Okay? Love was not transaction, it was covenant. Okay? Every union, whether it was romantic, friendship, or mentorship, served as a sacred contract of growth and remembrance. And don't you feel that? Have you guys met your soul family or your soul tribe or your divine counterpart yet? It feels like that. It feels like a covenant relationship. This is the shift that's happened when the harmony dimmed. As Earth expanded to denser dimensions, humans began forgetting the actual song. Okay, so what happened and where we shifted at is humans began to actually shift into a lower frequency, lower dimension. And so the tones of fear and separation enter the actual lattice. Okay, we allow fear in, we allow separation in, and we allow shadow energies in, and that's where it began to fall. The temples closed. They closed not by punishment but by choice. The great sleep began so humanity could rediscover what it feels like to awaken. And that's when we all began to go to sleep. We began to not remember who we were. It was almost like a fade out. Hey, baby. But the prophecy says that in the age when fire meets water and the stars align as one, the harmonic ones will rise again. And you are the harmonic one. You are the harmonic one. That prophecy refers to now the rebirth of stroll keepers. If you are a stroll keeper or you've been having dreams of stroll keeping, dreams and visions of books and strolls, you are being called, you're being woken, you're being like stepping into remembrance again. The vault builders and the daughter of lights. You reading this, you are one of them. If you are here and you're listening to this and you're reading and watching this, or you've been getting downloads about it, it's because, yes, you're one of them. Okay? The collective memory is returning. Every time a healer heals, every time a teacher teaches, or artist creates with sacred intention, another thread of the harmonic timeline weaves back into Earth's current grid. These are not stories, they are memories that are reactivating. So every time you step into who you are, every time you remember who you are, every time you teach or heal, you are adding your energy and frequency and vibration back into the Earth harmonic grid era. Okay? And I'm so super excited. If you would like more information about this, if you would like to become a student of mine, where I teach about the mechatronic technology, I teach about how to actually step into this fully, do lessons and just hands-on teaching and knowledge, please check out my Harmony Leadership Academy and come and join, okay? The Akashic closing, we're going to close out the closing decree over this. By the authority of divine source, I recall the harmonic era into remembrance. May the unity, wisdom, and creativity of our ancestors flow once more through this generation. May every soul awaken to their mission, and may the great symphony of earth play again in perfect love, divine order, and eternal peace. Hakayi Masakaratakai. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. Have a beautiful and blessed day. And I will see you next time. Again, if you're interested in joining Harmony Leadership Academy, where we teach biblical and esoteric knowledge about how to really step into priestess and priesthood. I love you guys. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Bye.